Oh, whoa. That was down just a touch. Alright. I want to get this Twitter bot going. I want to do it to retweet. I want to retweet all the tweets Percy tweeted at me. Let's see. I'm going to start a new file. We'll call it MVP. Step 1 to do. Anytime top level tweets contains containers, Valorant looking for group, or Valorant looking for more, we retweet that tweet. That's it. That's our minimum viable product. That's all we gotta do. And right now I'm already pretty happy with where I've got stuff, but I'm not gonna clean it up yet. This could be handled better. Where we load our config from. I don't necessarily want to load our config options this way either on the base file. I'm not really calling any functions at all, and I'm living in it. Not things I want to do, but they're things I can always change at a later time. Right now, I can already go ahead and run this somewhere. And I'll get, what it does is it'll go through my timeline and list out all the tweets in my timeline. I don't know if there's a limit to that though. Okay, that's my tweet. That doesn't say it's from me. That's weird. Okay, I see why. We're just doing the text and it doesn't say the name. So I don't really care about my timeline yet. I do want to see somewhere if I pull up Tweepy documentation, I want to find search. I don't know if that's going to be what we want. I want to see if any new people have posted to the hashtags that I'm looking for. Live, real time. Let's see what timeline things are. Which I might be able to just subscribe to that search and then be good. Let's see. So list, create list, destroy list, update list, list all. List description, contain collection of lists, specify either subscribe to between lists per page. List timeline. Let me look. You won't be able to see in this window, but let me see what a list does. Subscribe. Let's make a new list. Call it test. No description. Okay. A list is a member of people. A list of people. Okay, so I can look at lists of people. Okay. That doesn't give me what I want. I don't want to add people to a list. I don't want to look at a list of people. So we could say that's not the references that we want. Status lookup, home timeline, what I want. Since I deal with that status lookup, include entities. User timeline. Specific user timeline. Close. This might be something I want to expand on later. So we'll call this close. This could make it so if somebody tweets me, I can retweet that tweet. But I don't want to necessarily do that right now. Status. No. Don't update status. Don't care about retweeters. I do want to retweet tweets, so this will be good. Retweet ID, retweet that. My mic isn't always big enough. Don't know what that would be. I have it pretty close to my face, so I'm not sure why that would be. I do see it happening there. Sometimes, at least in the mic section. like there's a noise gate that's being applied, but I don't know where.
Now I think it's working. Weird, it's only picking up one channel though. Still only picking up one channel. Let me unplug it and plug it back in, see what we get. Audio. Okay, it's picking that one up. Now it's picking up everything. That's better than what it was. I don't know what was going on before. I think I want a new audio interface though. How intense is the hum? Because I do have air conditioner and stuff like that on. What the heck? Now it's back to one channel. Probably better now. I think I do want a new audio interface though. This one's been acting wonky. It might just be the USB cable. I saw some reports on some people changing away from the default one and getting better success. What's your coding project? So getting a remote audio source. I imagine there's probably already plugins to do that you could base that off of, but the only bad thing with that is that's going to add a ton of latency. I mean, even if you introduce software level mixing, I mean, having the admin interface be. That exists too. That's built in actually. Well, okay, I take that back. That's built into Streamlabs OBS. I don't know about regular OBS. I've been using Streamlabs OBS since it got announced just because it has so much more to it. Some people say it doesn't work as well for them, but for me, it's perfect. But they have a bunch of you can do remote controlling of stuff from your phone. You can do some from their web app as well. I forget what else you can do that does remote. You can't do everything. Like I don't think you can change your scenes and stuff like that from it. But at least if they have that one, I don't know. I don't know about Streamlabs for Linux, so that makes sense. I mean, at the very least, I know a lot of people would probably like that for OBS because there are people who want to just do OBS and not support Streamlabs. Can't say I agree or blame them. To each their own. Okay, save searches, get save searches. I think oh, here's just the search. Why isn't that just I don't understand why that's not just its own category. Okay. Can I want to look up a hashtag, specifically a hashtag. I don't care about trends. Is a hashtag lookup just a search? / hashtag. I think they return the exact same results. Yeah, looking through this, there's no difference. Okay, so searching for a hashtag and just hitting the hashtag should be the same thing. So that's good. Sorry, typing out to the Red Viking. He beat Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I have him muted, and I've been waiting to talk to him about the end. All right, back to search. Search. I don't want save search, I want to go search. Okay, geocode. I don't think I want to care about the geocode. I think someday I'll care about language. Right now I don't. I do want to add this. What was the me? I think about, dang it, I'm bad at searching. Retweets of me and me. Retweets, no. Mentions, mention. Okay, this one. No, I already saved that one. I thought there was another one that I said I needed. Help methods. Save searches. Spam. I don't care about reporting spam. Mutes, blocks, favorites, accounts. This might be worth it in the future. Am I rate limited? Don't think I'd care about following people or anything like that yet. Get status. Update. This one will be a good stretch too. I will eventually want to just post stuff daily. Not yet though. Okay, going back to what is utility methods? Configuration. Don't think I care about that. I do care about searching. That's where I'll stay. So looking at this again, I might care about language at some point, or locale. Oh, that's weird. Number of results I can receive per page. Since ID returns only statuses with an ID greater than. Okay, I think I want that since ID. I wonder, Twitter API subscribe to hashtag. I don't think I want to be webhooked. I don't think this will give me what I want, but I don't want to be webhooked. When somebody posts to that hashtag, that's not what I want. Okay. I guess standard search will just do what I want. Okay, so let's get started by API auth, public tweet, search. Query is Valorant, looking for a group. For tweet and public tweets, I'm going to assume that this is going to work the same. That's kind of what I expect. So I want to do print. We'll do header, print, and footer. Run it again. Let's see, what do we do? Print. Let's see what options we can even get. Author. So I do want to do print, tweet, author. Do some f-string action. Tweet text, coordinates, I don't care about coordinates, that seems weird to have exposed to me anyway. I want to see truncated user retweeted. I want to see if something's not a retweet. I want to see if it's the original. So I want to see print tweet in reply to status ID. In reply ID string favorite entities destroy created that. I also want to know what happens if I just print tweet. So print, we'll do separator there for print tweet. So we're going to print out a whole bunch more this time. Okay, good. We're getting a lot of details. I think that's what I wanted. So that one's none. That one's none. None. Okay, so that one had one. That was a retweet. Okay. That one's none too, which that doesn't make sense because if I remember right, I've seen this post and it is in reply to something. Okay, so we have this. Let's see what status has. Can I do... I think I can do... See if this works. If so, I can do pretty print. Nope. I saw something related to JSON. Shores. I see underscore JSON. ID name. Okay, so if I do JSON, let's see what happens. Probably won't work. Oh, it might. Whoa, it worked. Which means it's already dictionarized, so that probably shouldn't matter. But I do want to do pretty print. This might be easier. There we go. Okay, so I want to do, let's open this unless. Welcome. Okay, so this was my post, and I know that it was not in response to anything. Let me pull up Twitter in my other window, and we'll search for Valorant, looking for group, and in latest I see that I'm there. Okay, so that one's not in reply to anything. That one's not in reply to anything. None of these look to be responses. I'm going to change my tag because I want to limit the scope of what I see. This should only get me one response. We'll keep them less. But this will be just mine. Just my singular post. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to reply to it and say, actually let me do temp single post vanilla.txt. Because there's no replies to it, it's not in reply to anything, and it's not been retweeted. So I'm gonna come in and if I click on, damn it, that's not what I want to do. I want to take latest and I want to retweet it. Now let's see what I get. I get the same post twice. Is that true? I do get the same post twice, okay. So one will be in response to the other. This is good, I need this. So retweeted. I'm gonna remove my retweet. So now if I search, I should only get one result again. And I do, but I'm gonna reply to it with other text. Other text using Valorant LFM. And I should see 2 posts now. 1, 2. Replied to. Actually, I'm going to copy those. Migder, scratch pad, Copy temp single scratch pad. That way I don't lose those examples. Hey Red Viking, it's going pretty well. Just doing some Python stuff. I saw that you beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's exciting. I want to talk to you about it. I'm kind of bummed out that I was going to plan to start this bot during that time because I wanted to talk about it when I was going, but I'm also getting hit up to help my girlfriend find glasses. So I want to make sure that I can get there and see what she's picking out because she's had the same pair for quite a while. But I'm curious to hear what you thought about the ending of Final Fantasy VII. I'm sure Justin wants to hear, or Static wants to hear about it too. We've been both waiting for you. Don't you know that our lives revolve around you and that you need to meet our speed requirements? If you don't know, now you know. Did you like the ending? I want to see my vanilla first. Keep my vanilla post up, and we'll keep my reply to post up because these are the ones I care about the most. Do you feel like it was an insane cliffhanger? I played the classic not long ago, maybe 6-7 months ago. I played it on the Switch when it came out. Or not when it came out, shortly after. And they had a bunch of cheats to it, so like you could turn on 3x speed or permanent limit breaks and can't die, stuff like that. And I just powered through it because I just wanted to get the story again. And for the most part, I feel like the remake, they definitely stayed true to the original story until that ending. And that's what gives me a lot of hype about it, because it scares me with that ending, but you're right. It's like I can't wait till part 2 because I gotta see how you're playing this out. To me, I take it as something happened and now Final Fantasy Classic and Remake, the timelines have diverged and we're not going to get the same game that we played originally. I mean, it already kind of isn't the same game, but now I don't think it's going to be close. We'll probably see similarities, but I'm going to definitely treat part 2 as it's a different game. Which is exciting to me because I like that. Let's fan theory think about what would happen if this happened or this happened, and now we're going to play some of that out. Obviously, they could make it not go well, but I can't wait to play it. I feel like waiting since 1997 for that, and now getting what we've got and how much effort and work they put into it, I think it's going to be hard for them to mess up part 2. Okay, so we're looking at, I want to see vanilla. Actually, I want to see the reply to, because there I can see specifically where it goes. So friends count, retweet count. I don't see anywhere in this post, I mean that's the user object, I don't see anywhere where it says replies to this Twitter or tweet. I want to see something that just says there is a response. In reply to screen status ID. Well, okay, what's the... Okay, this is the response, that's why. So I have the details to say it's in response to these things. If it's not in response to these things, then I bet it's going to be none. Okay, so if all of these are none, then it is a top level tweet. I feel like they really diverge. I think the same thing. I don't think Aerith is going to die. I think the fact that we saw those the snippets in time, the videos or the memories that happened, I don't know what you would really call them. I think the fact that we saw those means that's not the way things are going to go down. I actually think we're going to see Cloud die instead of Aerith. And that scares me. But I'll be happy if Aerith doesn't die. Obviously, they're going to make it heartbreaking for me in a different way. I think it would be surprising if they didn't. But yeah, there's going to be some intense ripple effects. And I think Aerith already knows more about what's going on than she's leading on. Because when you saw that scene with Zack walking away, when originally he didn't, when he died there, when you see him walk away, she had a visual reaction to him walking away. I think people would get real upset, but I think in a good way. That's my hope, at least. My question is, so a lot of... I don't remember how much you know about classics, so yell at me if I'm saying too much. But the fact that Zack died in the original in Crisis Core, when we rewrote Destiny, like that scene put in motion Cloud's coming back to Midgar and helping out Avalanche. That wouldn't have happened if Zack lived. So now that we've altered that, I don't know how they're going to retcon that storyline working out. Maybe it'll work just fine, but that seems real weird to me. I would think that since obviously, who knows how time travel really works. But it just makes some of that stuff be unexplained. And then also it's like, well, where the hell is Zack? I want to know. Okay, so 0 retweet count. I don't care about that count, but I'm glad it's there. I should still see somewhere where this post is labeled as having X number of replies.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Red Vikings in my chat talking to me about Final Fantasy VII.
Nice.
I don't see it saying. Maybe it doesn't. Favorite count? No, that's just the user. Is there no response to this having replies? It's not really that important for me to determine if this tweet has replies, but I just want to know, because if you look at Twitter and look at a tweet, it'll tell you how many responses have been made to it. But I'm not getting any visual of that. Granted, the API might not present the same details that it shows in the UI. That should be all the same thing. It's possible that it isn't, but it should all be the same thing. Okay, so I feel like I have enough to determine if something's top level or not. So this looks like is in reply to user ID, is in reply to status ID. If I do, I'm gonna use the tag, I'm gonna at myself, at Valorant, looking for more. This is a post using the Valorant LFM hashtag. So I'm doing that. So now if I call this, I don't want to pipe it to a file, but I will go less, and I'll search in reply to, okay, so if it's in reply to a user ID, that can be populated if someone's adding somebody. But if it's in reply to status ID, okay, so I'm gonna use that to determine if it's a top level tweet. If in reply to status ID is none, then it's a top level tweet. Okay. Let's delete that tweet again. let's see. Okay, so come back here. I'm going to strip out all this stuff. I do want to keep the author. I don't want to keep text, but I do want to call Len on it. And just tell me how long this is. That way I can still get information about it. And I'm going to do is top level if tweet dot is, I forgot what it was, is in response to, is in reply to status ID. Not equal to none, else this is a reply. Now I will have to check if it's a retweet, so this might not be good yet. So we're taking that out. We'll also take this out, and we'll take this out. We don't need to get spammed with all stuff. I think we have enough details saved. Whoops, something's wrong there. Expecting, oh, okay. I need that there, that's why. Why am I getting tweeted the, oh, okay, that just pulled out the user, author. Can I pull out the author? Just his name. Where is that reference? Name. Namer. Let's see if this works. This is a reply. But that's not true. If, oh, I have this inverted. If it's none, it's a top level. If not, it's a reply. Okay, so let me come back on over to the tweeters, and I need to search my Valorant, looking for more. That's not what I wanted. This is a reply. Valorant, looking for more. So I should be able to tweet this. I should get one top level and one reply. So this is the newest one. So let's delete this. And let's look at the scratch pad for the retweeted one. This retweeted one should be top. Okay, so this is retweeted status. So this also is none. So this should say it's top level. So we would need some extra logic to determine if it's a retweeted top level. I don't think we want to retweeted tweets. That's very hard to wrap my head around those terms. So this is the original. This is that text. So I should be able to check and see if this is retweeted status. This is present twice, whereas text is going to be in a few places. So I can either look for the absence of text. I have a cat meowing like crazy. Oh no, text will be there. Okay, I can't look for the absence of text. I could look and see if it starts with RT. That doesn't seem logical to me because somebody could start their text with RT. So if I look for the presence of retweeted status, that should be good. Have a good one, Viking. Thanks for coming and hang out and talking to me about Final Fantasy VII. Definitely going to check out your stream. What do you think you're going to play next? If you're not here, I'll just watch out for your tweets. But appreciate you stopping by. Okay, if it's none else. Okay, so we're going to is tweet top level. and we want the tweet object. I don't know if we can. We could do some type hinting. I don't know if I want to care about that yet. So we can do generate top string text if a tweet is a top level tweet. Top level tweets are identified, I guess, by not being a response to another tweet or being a retweet of another tweet. Saying tweet over and over is kind of confusing. So what is a tweet object called? So we got the user class. That's first. Tweepy API object. We don't care about the API object. That's its location. Done with the user. Profile image. Don't care about the profile anymore. Retweet is a twat. Is a welcome to the Twatterverse. Somewhere in here I should see. You know what? Let me scroll up here because this will be easier to read. So if I no, it's not. There's the user object. It is, at least is wrapped, and that makes it easier for me to kind of suss out. I don't know why I can't see it. What do we call that object? What object is returned? Maybe it's just a user object. Here, I can do this. Not in the screen. Print type tweet. So call us one more time. Damn it. Pass. But indented. Yeah, duh. Is a Tweepy model status. Okay. Tweepy model status. So type status description. A Tweepy status object returns Google. I don't know the Google method, but so we should do return will default to true because I'd rather retweet and get identified than not retweet, and if things break, just never tweet anything. Though I could get rate limited if that happens. I'm gonna err on the side of retweet. Anyway, so if tweet in reply status, hope it's the right object type because otherwise we're going to throw you an exception right here. Is none. If is none and not tweet get attr. Is get attr its own function? Get attr tweet. What is it again? Retweet status. return false. So if it's in response to something, it return true. Okay, I guess we're gonna err on the side of false because I don't want to invert that conditional. And that looks real gross. I'm gonna leave it though, because that's the way Black put it. That's just the way things are today. Wonder if I wrap this, if it'll format differently. Well, it just got rid of it, so that's the way it'll be. I don't like that one though. Okay, is tweet top level, print. Okay, I don't need the type anymore. So if we call it, I should get has no attribute. Okay, so getAttr can, let's look up getAttr, maybe Python 3.8 getAttr. Maybe. Okay, default, if not, okay, so if not, so can I do none? And this should work. Okay, so that's true, 118. So now if I retweet myself, retweeting a top level tweet should return false. It got nothing. What? It did earlier. What? Now I'm lost. Because I should definitely. Okay, there we go. It just took a little bit to catch up. So this retweet is false. And this is a reply using Valorant LFM. Okay. I think I have all the logic I need then. I think I have all the logic I need then. So I might be very close to just getting this done. Undo retweet, delete that. I wonder if people who follow this tweeter see all these. That's alright though. Okay, so we have enough to determine if it's top level. Now that we have more things here, let's see if this format's better. It doesn't. Okay. And I hope this is always here. I could do if not and not, or I could do if and return false, and then we default to true. I could, but at that point I don't. Oh, I deleted my stuff right. That one. It would be easier to read, I guess, because right now that's just kind of fugly. Apply to. And is retweet of. You're right. It does make readability better. I can be a little bit more descriptive to what this is. And then I can say if reply to or a retweet of. If it's a reply to or retweet of, then it's false, else it's true. Otherwise, it's a top level. If the tweet is a reply to something, to another tweet, or a retweet of a different tweet, it is not top level. I give a gap there. Okay, that works. Thank you. So okay, this logic should still check out, which it seems to do so. I'm not going to go through Twitter. I'm just going to assume that this is good, and we all know how good assumptions are. Okay, so I'm going to retweet. Def retweet tweet. In which case, I don't know if I want to do that, because then, okay. So I want to pull all this above my functions, so that way I have access to it, and I'm going to make this a gross global. That's alright though. For our purposes right now, we can always get this a little bit better as time goes on. So we can do API retweet, and let's see what we need for that. It's not here. API retweet followers, somewhere in here. Retweets an ID. Okay, specifically, I wonder if it returns an object that can be retweeted. Let's go back. Class derm, author, contributors, coordinators, created at, destroy entities, favorite count, favorited, geo, ID string, in reply, in language, quota, parse list, place, retweet. I don't know if that's a function. Tweet, retweet. Let's just call it blindly and hope for the best. And we're going to return none explicitly. If is tweet top level tweet, then we want to retweet the tweet. And we'll do print I retweeted that. Wow, my brain cannot handle this. I retweeted that, and let's see if it did it. Let's see if it worked. Hey, it did it. So now if I call it again, it shouldn't. Whoa, it failed. You've already... Oh, okay. Okay. I could just throw this exception away and then just ignore it, but I'm afraid I'll get rate limited. This seems like a dangerous thing to let myself get rate limited for. So let's do print, give myself a barrier because I don't do debugging. That's unheard of. Preprint tweet JSON. I think that's what it was. We'll call that again. Oh, derp. I'm not going to get that. Wait, why? So for now, I'm not going to keep this, but I don't want to rearrange things because for some reason whenever I rearrange things, nothing works whenever I go back to normal. Pass. Set exception as E, print, I got E. Okay, so I got that message, makes sense. Oh, that's right, I got retweeted. So that's false. This one's true, this is the top level, okay. So I should get, why does it say retweeted false? I would think that that would say true because I have retweeted that. Retweet count, I don't think I can rely on. I'd hate to have to start keeping a database of what tweet IDs I retweeted. That sounds like way overkill for what I want to do. Exactly, print statements are the debugging. You don't need more. Anything more is overkill. And nobody wants overkill in their programming. I'm really surprised that this is false. I don't see anything else be a reference that I can use to say, yes, I have. So maybe I do just have to throw it away. Let me just run it one more time. Oh, pressed enter way too many times. Yeah, that's why I was wanting to run it again and see if what we get. Still retweeted as false. Let's make sure that this is the right one though. This is top level. This is top level. So maybe it could just take a really long time too. Well, that sucks. One of the things that I planned on doing with this bot was maybe not every time I tweet or retweet something, but whenever I'm initially planning to set this up to be cron, not daemonized. So I'm going to, on the last retweet that I do, I'm going to write that Twitter ID to file, and then I can do my search based off of only show me tweets after this tweet. So I get kind of around this problem pretty easily. So I'm not super worried about it, and if I attempt to retweet one and get that exception, not super worried about it. Let's run it one more time. Nope, still nothing there. I mean, the nice thing is, I mean, I could do track in process, track iterate through every tweet, see if I'm the author of it and it is a retweet, and if that's the case, track the ID that it's in reply to or the retweet ID, and if that's the case, if I track the ID that's present in this nested object, and then if I run across it again, then you just ignore it. Make sure to sanity check that the tweet you are using for timestamp newer than hasn't. Well, So I don't think I understand what you're saying. When you say when I'm checking for tweets newer than, for that situation it takes a tweet ID, so I don't have to worry about timestamps. Twitter does all that figuring out. I just give them an ID of, hey, I've seen this one, only show me things newer than that. So for that case, I'm good. But if ID was deleted, ooh, I don't know. I still think Twitter will probably handle that well, but yeah, I don't know. Let me find the tweet ID of this reply. Oh, I can't see it. So this tweet ID is here, and how do I find, if I go to, oh, unretweet, I can unretweet people if they make me mad. Just go through and unretweet everything I've retweeted because they triggered me. That's a good use of my time, right? Okay, until since ID. So since ID, so if I put since ID equals integer, let's see, is it supposed to be integer? Since ID returns ID greater than, I'm gonna try string because it's a web language anyway, so strings will probably be accepted, or a web call anyway. So okay, so this should return either 1 or 0. I'm gonna expect 0. Okay, 0. But if I go through and undo my retweet, I shouldn't get an exception. So I'm undoing that retweet. Okay, I don't get an exception. I'm gonna give that a second. I don't get an exception, so I shouldn't have to worry about Twitter not handling that situation fine. So if that works out, then me storing the last ID that I've tweeted for the day, storing that to disk. What if the original tweet gets deleted? I don't think that should matter. I don't know what that does to the retweets, even, but I'm not worried about that situation. I can't think of why. If there was a race condition where I got a search and then they deleted it before I could retweet it, I think I would probably get an exception then. So I should definitely handle that. But I'm not too worried about for the use case of making sure I don't retweet the same thing twice. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so I have something that will automatically retweet stuff. If you don't have a reference, couldn't that end up in a bulk retweet getting you rate limited if you don't have a reference? Well, so my thought is, okay, make this search, and then for each tweet, go through, determine is it top level. If it's top level, I'm going to retweet it, and then essentially I'm going to store that tweet ID in memory somewhere here. And that tweet ID is going to get overwritten every time this loops. And then when the loop finishes, I'm going to commit that ID to disk. So when I run this script again, that ID is going to end up in the since ID. So I don't think I would ever end up in a situation, since Twitter handles this, an ID going away just fine, since Twitter's the one performing this call, since they handle that just fine, I'm not worried about that situation happening. I can't think of how it would happen since Twitter seems to handle this gracefully. I could be proven wrong, but I definitely am not going to worry about it too much as I just build my first run through this, but I don't think I'm even worried about that for long running process. That could change, but for right now I'm not. Okay, so I have enough to retweet things. I think, what do I want to do? I think I should maybe get a function. I should function some of this out, because right now, do I want to spend time to do that now? Nah, I'm gonna leave it in this file, and then I'll do a refactor after I get my first functional prototype done. Maybe I'll just rewrite right from scratch at that point. Okay, so I'm gonna retweet that. So if this was successful, after I retweet, it's not real code till it has classes. That's true. That's true. That's why I never write real code. My coffee is cold and it makes me sad. Okay, so I want to retweeted. Okay, so I want to start with a tweet ID. I've already had 3 cups. I really want another one, but I wish they had my coconut coffee in a decaf form, because then I would just probably drink that all day. I don't think I need any more caffeine for right now, but I do want the taste of coffee. So tweet ID last retweeted ID is none, and we're gonna do update this. So every loop or every retweet in the loop is going to overwrite this, and I'm only going to commit the last one into memory, which means I could have a bad time if an exception happens in here and I never get a chance to commit this into to disk. So I'll have to put a try except finally somewhere in here. I'm not going to worry about that yet. I'll worry about that as I refactor some of this. I feel like if I do that in this, just in my init.py in no functions, it's going to be overkill. And it's just going to convolute things when I try to break it out. So I want to make it fragile on purpose, so that way it breaks and it forces me to do better. So I'm going to do tweet. Was it just ID? Yes, ID. And I'm just going to do ID string. I don't think it's going to matter much, but I'm going to call it ID string. Okay, so accept, and then this will never get saved if it failed because it's already been retweeted, so that's fine. And then after we're out of the loop, after loop is done, I want to with open, we'll call it, and I need to do better directory finding because this won't work if depending on how you start it. Retweeter last known retweet. That doesn't need to be hidden. Hello, I don't know how to say your name. Jarusuk21. Correct me if that's wrong. How's it going? And we will do this as write plus because we want the file created if it doesn't exist. And we need to give it a variable name as f. So we want f write, not in that last retweeted ID. And we want to put this I don't want none to ever be written to disk. So if that, we'll indent this, because if it's none, I'll just call from the same position again. Even if I wrote none, it'd probably do the same exact thing, so I'm not really too worried about that. But I might want to I wonder how this works. So I get the newest on top. I could potentially, I think I could skip tweets. So walking through the situation, if I wrote down this ID and say 150 tweets have come in since this ID, I think this function by default only returns 20, but I think it returns the most recent 20. So it could very well be I'll miss a ton of tweets if they come through during that time because I'm only getting 20. Maybe I should do the last reviewed tweet, not the last retweeted tweet. And then always write that tweet ID to disk when the loop finishes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't care if it's last analyzed tweet ID. I'm gonna rename that. I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna take it out of here, and we're going to put it at the very bottom. I don't like it being at the bottom of what we've got here, but oh shit, what'd I do? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's one of my plugins. I don't care. Whoa, where have I been working? There's where I've been working. But I want to really drive home that I want to keep the last one at the end. So that's why it's after all the cruft. Okay, so I always want to find the last analyzed tweet, so that'll help prevent some of those gaps. I could still run into that situation though. So let's see what we have for search. Since ID. I could get real fancy, but I don't want to yet. I could look at based off this max ID, I could do always track the last retweeted ID and then track the last analyzed ID. Then based off of what I get as the last retweeted ID, if the gap between last retweeted ID and the last analyzed ID is quite large, then I can say, show me the statuses between the last retweeted ID and a max ID of the last analyzed ID on the second run. It's kind of confusing to say, but I think I could do that. I don't think I care to do that yet, though. Right now, this hashtag that I'm working with, nobody's using. I'm hoping to drive up utilization, so this is not a problem that I'll experience until I see success. So for that purpose, I think I'm okay with this problem existing. I do want to call it out though, because I could easily forget. So I'm gonna do here. This script will query Twitter for the latest tweets using a given hashtag. Based on each run, it will commit the last analyzed tweet to disk, so we can look for all newer tweets after that. Gotchas. Hello. Thanks. It's really late for sandwiches.
Yeah, but it's just a sandwich.
Thank you. Love you. Appreciate you. I got Scott says hi.
Hi.
Nana says hi. She brought me chips and a fluffernutter, which I didn't know what that was until just a few days ago, and mango peach applesauce, and I think juice. I didn't plan on coding for very long, but I guess now I have a reason to sit here longer. PB and marshmallow, that's exactly right, and I never heard of that before. Oh, DHO Meyer followed me? No, I didn't know that. Also, I didn't know that you followed me. It didn't announce to me. That's weird. So sorry I didn't call you out, but thanks for the follow, man. It is crunchy peanut butter. I think I'm gonna hold off on chewing on these chips though after I eat this one because I don't want to destroy people's ears. Alright, ate that one. Okay. Fluffer Nutter, first time ever. That's pretty good. If 150 new tweets come in after since the last analyzed, I can't write that word for some reason. Last analyzed tweet, we may have a gap in tweets we can review. This problem doesn't exist until we make our hashtags popular. This is white bread. We can't have wheat bread in our house. It messes with Savannah's stomach. Just its presence in the house is enough to make her go crazy. Just kidding. But yeah, she has to be careful with certain protein, like wheat proteins and stuff like that. So I don't think gluten itself is a problem, but the bacteria that can go with it can mess her up. Dang, this is good. I don't want to stop. Okay, so I'm gonna retweet it. Okay, last analyzed tweet. I'm gonna take out this since ID, and we're gonna run this again, and I should see a new file get made. Why are you saying? Oh, you gotta be indented. So I should see a file get made, and I do. Okay, I do agree with you. I want to write the whole object. Do I want to write the object and pickle it, or do I just want to write the JSON? I'm fearful to pickle it because if I ever want to manually go in and make changes, that's gonna be harder if I pickle it. Whereas if I just write JSON, then I'm good. And I can always use that JSON to go load the object after the fact. But I do think you're right. I I don't think I want to just have this string ID because I'll miss out on future data. It wouldn't be hard to change in the future, but as soon as I want to know, I will want to know. And I think I can get in trouble with Twitter if I do any long-term data storage of what tweets I retweet. I know they have some limitations on that. No need for any efficiencies pickle would offer. Bigger benefit is not having to worry. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'm gonna do last analyzed tweet. Should I just write to.json here, or should I call to.json when I write? I wonder if I can call JSON dumps on it. Not JSON serializable. Go figure. So JSON. Okay. Can you, what is JSON dumps? I want it to be pretty, dumped pretty too. Just because that's nice for me. Sort keys. I don't think I care about sorting keys. I'd rather it just be in the state that it comes in. And now Python 3.7 up, it just comes in the order that you load it, so that's alright with me. Indent 4. Oh, does it? Well, I'll do that. Do you just give it a file object, or does it JSON dump? An example of it. But do I need to give it a file object? Looks like I do. File, or is FP file path? File path or object? I'm bad at reading right now. FP, therefore FP write must support string file pointer. Okay, so I still have to have the F, okay. But I bet it's, because I wouldn't want to half write my JSON, so that's, I'm gonna rely on JSON dump. Does it still support pretty? Okay, so I can still do indent. Okay. Check circular. I don't care about that. Ensure ASCII. I probably will. Nah, I doubt Twitter. I need to worry about that. It does have an equal. It's probably just not done right on the screenshot or in the stream. There it all is. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that, given the resolution and everything like that. Which I don't even know if I'm streaming at 1080. I think I'm doing 720. Let's see. What stream am I doing? Yeah, 720. Yeah, it'd probably be a little bit better if I did 1080. I probably could, since I'm just doing text editor. Dang, I have 7 people watching me. It's always when I do computer programming that I get the most people in here, and that's awesome. Also, this royalty-free lo-fi beats is actually pretty good. Touch louder. Oh, to go over some of the static. Dang it. Now the sandwich is gone, and I'm sad. Try this applesauce though. That's pretty good. Mango peach. I think it tastes more mango than I do peach though. And black cherry juice. Mm-mm. Delicious. You want to hear it? ASMR stream. That's where we're at. Alright. So we have our last analyzed tweet. And we're going to put that into a file after every single run. Which means we have to open that file to get it back. About time for scotch. I don't know. I haven't done much drinking. I don't think I have any scotch in the house right now. I do have rum, but I have to drink it with soda. Okay, so we want to pulse out and last analyzed last tweet file, and we'll do, oh man, I want this out of here. Last tweet file equals that. So I want to do with open last tweet as read. Is it pretty good? Have you found anything you can compare it to? I mean, I haven't done a lot of scotches or anything like that, but didn't know if there's one that you knew that was similar. Can you do JSON load from a file? Ah, you can. I still have to with open though. It's worth it, I think. Have you got your good technique where you can actually enjoy it? I remember going on the cruise with you and having you try the one that I had and you didn't like it. Okay, so with open, I want to read.
I'm gonna move Tim because I don't know, he's not even there.
So
Is anybody? Nick's AFK, I'll move him. Jim's AFK, but he'll come back. Tim's mic is still open in the AFK channel.
probably sleeping in his chair.
Probably.
With open mode. Okay, open for updating, reading, and writing.
What a life.
Okay, so if I do mode R, open file with no truncation. If I do R plus, does it create the file if it doesn't exist? And I see that W says it does that, so I don't even need to do the W plus. Oh wait, it doesn't say that. Truncating file if it already exists, which makes sense. Which means open it for text reading. Yeah, that was scotch that I had you try on the boat. I don't remember what it was though. Python open read create if not exist. But if I got to do my initial read. I don't. Well, I guess. Yeah, I probably do. You're right. You're right. All right, so we'll do W plus. Oh, but if I do that, doesn't it? It says it truncates it. But if it truncates it, does it... Oh, does it not write it until... Does it not actually commit to disk until the end? Oh, the plus doesn't? Okay. Let's give it a shot. To be plus as F. But should I even need to seek 0? Can't I just do JSON load F last search from tweet? We'll do print search. Let's just find out. Raise system exit. System exists. Of course the system exists. Okay, so you said fseek 0? Is that what you're saying? I could have it open for the whole run. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying with the seek. Nah, I'm is it truncated now? Yeah, I got truncated, so yeah, I will want the R plus. I mean, I could. I don't know. I don't want to commit to that. I'm going to leave it just... Well, but if the file doesn't exist, let's just try it. It's easier that way. So if I take the R plus out, do I get an exception besides JSON? Okay, so it creates it. I don't think that was what it did in Python 2. I don't think it created the file. Okay, so we'll comment this out. Try accept I probably can't do that from oh, yep, it doesn't. But if I did the plus, I think it provided... Oh, I guess it didn't. I thought it did. I thought I deleted that file and it worked just fine. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so I will have to try to create the file if it doesn't exist. Set. there an easy... I mean, you're right. If I did the open the file, read what, write. Oh yeah, I don't necessarily need to create the file yet. You're right. That's a good call. I do want to keep this though, because if the file is there and JSON doesn't parse, then I'm just going to say that we're throwing it away. Here's we'll make write file at the end. Pull line 61. Oh yeah, we could just pull this down and then do that should work. Okay. Yep, you're right. We'll pull this back in a little bit. I'm going to put this one on top though. Oops. Because I want explicit over implicit first. That's the way I feel. Why do I still have that in there? Yeah, but one of them I want to print on, the other one I just want to throw away. Oh, okay, you weren't calling that out. I see what you're saying. Put a space there. Wait, search from tweet. Why am I printing that? I don't think that matters. I will, okay, so I will need to do tweet ID. I don't remember what it was. ID string. So we will need this to be none, and then we'll override it. Man, this is looking really gross without being all in functions and stuff. It'll get there. So if there is none, then we'll say search, what was it? Since ID, that's what it was. Since ID search from tweet, and I just have to hope that it handles none. All right. So this should give me exactly what I had before.
I have your stream up, but I'm playing Valorant. But if for whatever reason it fucks with me, I'm gonna turn it off.
Alrighty, thank you.
It shouldn't, but
okay. So
I think they fixed that FPS issue.
did you see what caused it, or did they talk about it, or you
I
just don't have it?
I saw some notes, and I really haven't seen it, but yeah, I saw like it wasn't really a patch note. It was just like a Twitter post about they were aware of like dropping frames and stuff, and they were working on a fix for it. And sure as shit, like there was a small patch and it's gone. I think it's gone.
Are you still running RTX voice?
Yeah. I turned it off for Discord, but I have it on for my stream.
You can't see me in webcam, but I will move away from the mic to chew chips.
You moved away from the mic to what?
To chew chips.
Oh.
I didn't mean to hold down my Discord button when I said it, but I committed. You don't want up here, Riley. Alright. So, I don't want to print all this stuff anymore. I want to get rid of that. Whoa! Okay. ID. String. Oh, derp. I need to do... I could use box and have dot notation, but it is what it is. Actually, I wonder if I could pull in the Tweepy. Okay, so I have that. I shouldn't have seen these messages. I shouldn't have seen those. I forgot. Twitter responds newest to oldest. So I need to do reversed. I could do this a different way, but this seems like the easiest way. I want to handle oldest to newest. Why am I still getting both? I don't think I should be getting both. So that's a retweet. Let's see. Oh, why are you doing that? Why are you print? Oh, what did I do wrong? Ah. That's why. And now I get nothing. So I fixed 2 bugs when I just did an assignment wrong. Actually, I'm going to do this. Just take this out. I'd rather not so quickly lose all that data. Makes this part ugly. Mask, analyzed, tweet. Let's do that. We'll take out ID and we'll just keep reusing the same variable over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, we don't use that again, so I'm going to remove, delete permanently. So now I should find something's broken. I should find that. Ah, that's right, because this could be none. So I will have to. If that gives me what I want. That gives me what I want. No, it doesn't. I don't like having all these this equals none above setting them. get it. I get why I'm having to do it, but I don't like it. Okay, so I generated my file with this. And, oh wow, why? Because there was none. Let's see. Let's see if I can find an object. Let's see if I can import from JSON. I still think you guys can hear every single chomp I do on my chips. There's a streaming API and I'm just now finding out about it. Dang it. What the heck? Kind of bummed out. Oh well. I originally planned on doing a little bit more cron style at first, and then I would move to a daemonized streaming setup. Well, it wouldn't have been streamed originally, but now I can do stream in a daemonized mode if I need to. I don't think I'll open source this, but I have no problem with people seeing what I'm writing. Utility methods? No. Help, search, nope. I think unless I go to GitHub, I might be able to pull in one of their classes. Maybe. So let's do, nope, I don't want that bookmark. We want status, bind API, class, class result set, cursor. I mean, this might be the time where I should have just pickled it. And then I keep the object. I don't know if I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna opt to call this here, because otherwise I'm gonna just kind of bite myself. So this should work. Okay. And now if I come over to Tweeter and I say I tweet out saying this is a brand spanking new tweet using Valorant LFM and tweet. I should see that was the last analyzed tweet. I should find one more. Hey, I found that and I retweeted that. This is a brand spanking new tweet. Off I go. And it found its retweet. So it would have updated with that. Okay. I think I have a working cron. I could probably just set this up and go, and I think I will. Let me see. With Tweepy, search count. Is there a max count? The search, I think it said it gets 20 per. I swear I saw 20. Where did I see 20? Returns 20 most recent. I've seen that a lot. Oh, that's how many received per page. Do I have to deal with pages and searches? I understand a little bit better now. So search since until. Do count 500. And I doubt we'll ever hit that limit. It does go a little bit slower though. Now let's see, rate limit. Twitter rate limit resources. Let's see what kind of resources there are. Okay, based on your HTTP verb. No, search. Oh, 15 calls every 15 minutes? That's easy. I'm only planning on running this call maybe. Well, retweeting might take a little bit. Tweepy, rate limit status. Let's just see what it says. See our rate limit status, Thanks. That was effective. What's available to us? That doesn't show me much of anything. Rate limit. Oh, returns a JSON object? I don't think that it does. Just call dictionary on it, see what we get. JSON dumps. Oh, herpaderp. I'm not calling the function. I'm calling the reference to the function. Let's see if we can do this. Let's do... If I call pretty print and include some text, does it render it properly? Whoa, it doesn't. Close though. Okay. Limit remaining, limit 15, 500. Okay. I can only call the rate limit status so many times. I'm already close to that. Not close to that. I've used it 4 times. I don't know why I said that. 380, 15. I should have retweeted somebody within the last 15 minutes too. If I can only do 15 retweets in 15 minutes, that's gonna be rough. Statuses. Look up retweeters. Tweets, instance counts, users. I didn't see. see anything that makes me be like, I'm worried about hitting this. Because I didn't see even anything there. Okay, searches. Okay, I've hit searches. That's easy. I'm not going to hit those 180. That's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Now if I want to retweet things, I'm not even seeing a limit on the number of retweets that I can do. I'm retweets of me, retweets, that's to get number of retweets per item. Hold on, let me part 2. So if I run this, nothing should have decremented at that point because it should decrement after. So this one, I'm going to grep remaining, but spell it right, remaining, and also grab one line before, because it always looks like it's limit remaining, yeah. 15, 15, none of these are deviating. That's that relimit status. And I should have seen search also. I don't think I'm going to hit a rate limit with this application. And that makes me very happy. So, I'm just going to call it. I'm going to start the cron. Let it run for a little while. Like I said, nobody's really using it, so I'm not. Ooh, but I wanted to do this both for LFM and LFG. I don't know how I'm going to work that with the last analyzed tweet. Well, no one's using LFM yet. LFG has more potential, methinks. Let's run it. Let's see if I hit a rate limit, because I know there's ones that I haven't touched. So we're going to run this, and we'll see how it goes. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I want to get run it from scratch. You've already retweeted that. Okay. And those should be the ones that I retweeted. Okay, I should be caught up. I'm gonna do
the hell?
That's a bad Jared.
Can you hear me? Oh shit, it's not on push to talk. It's a new installation, sorry.
You fucked it all up. Alright, this is working. Definitely not a finished product, but this is good enough for me. Can I set up a cron tab in WSL? I don't know. WSL can cron tab.
Hello?
Yeah? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Everything sound okay?
You can do background tasks. Oh, come on, Microsoft. There you go. Start up background
Oh,
task.
which one of you guys is friends with me on Steam?
All of us?
What's my Steam name?
Dibble? I don't know.
We don't know your login name. We would only be able to see your alias.
Yeah.
Just say forgot my username and get it emailed to you.
I know, I just...
Okay, so background, without further ado. Background session, I'm going to run htop. Okay, I'm just going to trust that this cron runs and I'll test it tonight. I'm really not super worried about it being I'm not super worried about it being in the best position. However, I do want to do a very cheap, no, we'll do this the right way. Python get files
True.
directory. So if I do good old F strings, make sure that nobody but oh wait, is that where I want? No, I want this way. Gotta make sure that nobody older than 3.7 can run this. Gotta make sure of it. Okay, so this should run. Damn it. No, it won't. Okay, now it should run, and it does. And if I cd up a directory, I should be able to do Python, Valorant, LFG, retweeter, init, py, and it should run. Okay, so we're gonna cd back in, and we're gonna do vim epsilon Valorant, LFG. We're gonna do. Oh, I gotta call very specific Python too. Tweeter init.py. What? Oh, come not root. That's okay. I do want to retain this for memory for later though. And so I need to do which Python. Okay. And so I need to do this. Come on, VS Code. Do what I need you to do. This kind of gives me a very Ocarina of Time feeling. Specifically, I think Zora's... I don't know what it's called. Zora's Kingdom, Zora's... I forget. Zora's Domain, that's it. Kind of makes me think of that. I don't know if that's accurate, but now it doesn't. Not at all. I don't remember the format. I want it to run every 15 minutes. Do I want 15 minutes? It's 15 minutes works for me. Every hour, every day, every month, every weekend. Generate something. Oh yeah, that's right. I just can never remember how many stars it is. That's my problem. Like, I know the syntax, but then I'm like, well, how many are there? And that just throws me all off. This is cron D. Run as a Komori user. Cat. Yeah, I'm surprised cron isn't one of those things that's been rebuilt on Linux systems yet. It works, but also I felt like the init system worked before systemd too. I mean, not the best, but it worked. I feel like cron leaves a lot to be desired. Oh, did they? Is it better now? Oh yeah, that's right, timers. I have heard that, but system skill status, cron D. Is there no? Dang it. Install cron. Is there no cron installed?
You don't realize how much shit you have installed on your computer until you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steam, Battle.net, fucking Discord. Let's keep going. Oh, gotta get my bookmark set back up.
You don't have your bookmark stuff just saved in Chrome?
Is there not system?
I don't know.
Just log into your Gmail account on your Chrome browser, and it should have all your bookmarks saved.
I guess we're not using systemd in WSL Ubuntu. That's interesting. That's fair. So I have cron.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah.
We haven't doing.
I was like, man, that's gonna be a pain in my ass.
It's convenient to have.
It's there, but nothing.
Alright, we're back in business with Chrome.
Let's do.
I gotta say, the lighting inside this case is beautiful, though.
Better be RBG.
It is, baby.
Oh God.
Here, I'll send a snap to you and Tyler.
Well, all my and
It's not completely done yet. By the time
library.
when I finish it, the CPU cooler will also have like a display on it. But right now, I don't have that set up.
all of my environment variables and stuff like that, or not environment variables, virtual env and stuff like that is all in the Linux subsystem. Plus all the file endings and stuff like that would be a pain. Did I do that? And let's do service restart cron. Service cron restart. Gotta do that though.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't want to show it right now. I'll show it when it's done. My dogs won't shut the fuck up with the toys, and
I don't know if, here, let me do, we'll do every 2 minutes, and I'll run it as root just in case. I don't know if, I'm assuming writing the log, or writing the file would be done as my user too, which wouldn't have permissions. So that might make sense. Watch diff. Hello, Mike D. Antico. How's it going? This is Python. Well, right now I'm doing Linux stuff. Hey, there goes my log Valorant. Alright, it's searching. Python's not too bad. My code right here looks real messy. I haven't done anything to try to clean it up. Next time I stream, that'll probably be my goal. Today's goal was literally just to get my working prototype done, and I did that. It goes through, it queries people who are using the Valorant LFG hashtag, and if it's a top level tweet, it's going to go ahead determine if it's top level tweet by checking if it has the right details. So if it's not replying to anything and it's not a retweet of anything, I'm considering it a top level tweet. And then I'm going to go out and retweet that. I'm saving that last tweet that I looked at as I iterate through the search results. And then the next time I run the script, I'm going to search from that position and look to see if I can find any new ones. So that was what I set out to do today, and we've got there. So sorry if you joined a little bit late. I'm going to turn off the stream now because I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend and do some shopping with her, and we'll come back. I don't know how often I'll stream this, but I'm thinking I might do Saturdays. I'm still toying around with what I want my schedule to be. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is what I'm planning right now, but I'm not too sure. And Saturdays might be my coding days. How long did this project take for you to complete? Well, this morning I completed the Twitter developer application, and I did just enough for Tweepy to give me a list of all the tweets on my timeline. So I just copy pasted code from the Tweepy front page, put that in here, and I had that going before I started the stream, and I did that this morning. And I've been streaming post that and actually putting in the effort that I needed. I started the stream 2 hours and 30 minutes ago, so about that amount of time is what it took me to get this far. There's some things I thought about how I wanted to handle ahead of time, but for the most part, I kind of did it on the fly. This is a relatively small project, so I didn't spend a lot of time fleshing things out. I don't think this is going to grow too much. Next time I want to do work to clean it up, and I want to support more than one hashtag at a time. Later on down the road, I'm going to want to search for tweets that look reasonable to retweet that don't include the hashtag. But that's kind of stretch goals. I'm not in a rush to accomplish that. But yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes to pull this off. I think I probably could have got it down or worked a little bit faster if I had done some more recent coding, like this section for trying to load it into a file. That took me a little bit longer than I thought. Not a lot, but I just haven't done much Python programming in the last few weeks, maybe months. But it's given me this good practice because I enjoy it. Like I said, pretty messy right now, but it'll clean up for the next time. Might stream maybe Saturday, but we'll see for right now. With all the coronavirus quarantine stuff, it's kind of wonky to set up a schedule right now. But I'm gonna log off for now. Thanks everybody for checking me out and coming in and watching me stream. Feel free to follow me, and you'll get notified whenever I go live again. And Fuzzy on IRL, it looks like you followed me. Thanks for that. I don't know why my Streamlabs isn't alerting. I'll get that fixed for next time, so that way I can actually know when you guys follow me. But I'm gonna log out for now. Thanks.